on GoSuffolkRams.com. From Boston, Massachusetts, welcome to Suffolk Sounds, the official show for Suffolk University Athletics.
Welcome into another episode of Suffolk Sounds. I'm your host, Nick Pernick. Today's episode is number 31 of the series and is coming right before crossover season as we are about to add basketball and hockey to the schedule beginning this Friday. Leading up to the Friday's opener, today's interview is with Suffolk women's hockey junior Sofia Scilipoti. Sofia, your first time in Boston this year. You've been on the Madrid campus for the last couple of years. It must be great to be around the team and in Eastie this year as we approach the season.
Yeah, it's been really cool. I've enjoyed my first month and a half here, and I can't wait for the season to start.
Yeah, so the season is coming up very fast. It feels like it was just preseason for us in the athletic department in August, and the time's flying by. We're finally here to hockey season, and I'm really looking forward to it. You guys have a great slate of competition this year, being in the CCC for the first time, some great competition locally in that conference, and then some great out-of-conference as well, adding some NESCAC teams, Plymouth States on the opening weekend. So what are you looking forward to as you gear up for a year of college hockey?
You know what? It's a dream come true. Since I started playing hockey, I really wanted to come down to the US and play. And now that it's finally here, I can't really wait. I'm pretty nervous and excited, obviously. But, the team looks really good this year, and I can't wait to lace up with the girls and get started with the season. I think we have a good future ahead of us for this year.
You mentioned it's your dream to play in college hockey, but for a lot of people, you're living their dream. You're part of a national team, and that's really cool. You're part of the Spanish national team. You tried out late August into September. You made the team, and then you were at qualifiers in Italy in this past month. So that must have been a really cool experience. We saw a couple of your goals. We featured them on the social media. You had a sweet shootout goal. How did it feel to be competing for your country on a big stage? And being able to produce for them?
Yeah, I moved to Spain 2 years ago, going into my freshman year, and that's when I was supposed to start my career with the national team. But obviously with COVID, things got delayed a little bit, and finally now in October, I was able to lace up the skates with Spain. And, I can't even put into words what it was like. You don't really realize what you're doing until you're in it. And, there's fans, it's broadcasting live, and you actually get to put on the jersey for another country. It's amazing. I really soaked up every minute of it, and I can't wait till we have another tournament together because the team looks great. In Italy, we actually came second, so we don't get to advance to the next round. But it was great, all of it. I really loved my experience with them.
A Toronto native, you are. You had some great hockey experience over in Canada, which we can touch on in just a second. But being able to play in Madrid is due in part to your mom. She's she was born in Madrid and has Spanish nationality. So what has it been like, her support, and what has it been like for her to see you play for her country?
Yeah, it's it's funny. I actually never learned Spanish growing up, which is pretty surprising. But when I got the opportunity to move to Madrid in my freshman year, I quickly learned some Spanish, and it was amazing. She's been really supportive the whole way, right from the start. I was kind of debating not going to Madrid and, going somewhere else in the States to play hockey, but she was there from the start, pushing me to go because, life's an adventure, and, you kind of regret things you don't do. And she was 100% right. I absolutely loved it. I was only planning to stay in Madrid for 1 year, but I loved the experience. I loved the hockey. The school was great too. And so I stayed my second year as well. And, it was amazing. I loved it. And I recommend to anyone actually do a study abroad just to get out of the country. And you learn a lot about yourself when you live alone.
And what an opportunity for you too, to have Suffolk have that campus. You're able to just transfer right into the Boston campus this year. What is that like for you? Is that transition, are you finding that difficult at all? Or does it feel good to be in Massachusetts, in the States?
Anytime you move countries, it's a little bit of you have to adapt a little bit and learn a little bit. I'm living in the North End right now, and it's a great area. And obviously, it's not easy moving, but I got the team's been supportive of me. I've made some friends here. It's been really helpful. But you got to kind of take it one day at a time, and living on your own, you learn a lot. really quickly. So it's been cool so far, and I'm excited for the rest of my college career here.
I'm sure growing up in Toronto has helped you with your, move to Boston, because big cities, and you've been in kind of big cities your whole life. And we were talking before we got on there that I've been to Toronto. I think it's really cool up there. What was it like growing up in Toronto and being in that area and with all that hockey? It's such a hotbed for hockey up there. It must have been really inspiring to, put on the skates every day.
Yeah, it was amazing. I played hockey since I was probably 2 years old. My dad put me on the ice. The parent and kid learned to skate. And, from the beginning, I loved it. I figure skated for a little bit. And, after a year of figure skating, I wanted to quit right away and play hockey because figure skating really wasn't for me. And then finally, I was able to do the transfer over. I played boys hockey most of my life. And then when I was like 14 years old or something, I transferred over into girls hockey, played some years of AA, and then I finished up my career with Brampton. And, it was amazing just being in Toronto. Everyone plays hockey. Everyone, supports the Leafs except me.
Who's your team?
I'm a Penguins fan. I can't
Wow.
deal with the pain of being a Leafs fan. So
as a Bruins fan myself, I respect it. I wouldn't be able to do it either. I don't know how they live with themselves.
Yeah, it's really bad. My dad's a huge fan, and every year in the first round, he's pretty depressed after the.
He must be a little tight that you jumped ship and went right to Sid the Kid and Evgeny Malkin. What a good team to pick, because they're always good.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I started liking them in 2007 when they lost in the finals, but I was a Fleury fan before I was a Sid fan, and that was heartbreaking when they let him go. But
I think it's so strange that he's with the Blackhawks now too. I don't like that at all. Yeah, it must be hard for you.
He played the Penguins. He let in 4 easy goals. He's still a Penguin at heart.
Yep, exactly. That's great. Some great hockey history up in Toronto, I'm sure. Your dad has been really into it, as you mentioned. Who else in your family is really into hockey? I know it takes more than just one to really inspire.
Yeah, my mom being from Spain, she the only ice she ever saw was in her drinks. So she knows not very much about hockey, but she was very supportive, obviously. And my dad grew up playing hockey, so he was really the one that pushed me into it. Took me to games, practices. He actually coached me for a lot of my minor hockey career, and that was really great. He was really inspirational. And that's kind of it with the family. My younger sister she does figure skating. So just really me and my dad are the only hockey fans.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
No. I mean, normally it's a whole family thing. I mean, the whole family likes hockey.
Right.
They'll go to a game and suffer through the cold. But yeah, just my dad who's a big hockey fan.
So I was down at practice the other day. Things seem to be flowing for you guys down there in Eastie, and we're just gearing up here. What has it been like for you at practices so far, and what are you gearing up for? You got opening weekend coming right up, right around the corner, home and away for your first weekend. What is it you're looking forward to most with this team?
You asked about practices. It was really nice. We had about a month and a week of captains practices, and that was a lot of fun. The captains were leading it. We got music on the ice. I really think that helped me kind of, the first week, obviously you're crazy nervous and everything. So that really helped settle me in. And then I got back from Italy, and right away Taylor was on the ice with us, and just, the level just increased right away. I could tell, everyone was dialed in, everyone was ready for the season. And that's really cool. It's been a while since I've played really, really high level like this. So it's really cool. And then, for the season, I'm just really excited to get started. I genuinely think this team is really good, and I think we have a great future ahead of us. So I'm just really excited to lace up with the team and see what happens next weekend for opening weekend.
I'm looking forward to it. Real quick before I let you go, I had a couple questions for you. Now that you're living in the North End and you've only been here a little while, I have some questions about Boston for you. Nothing hard. I just want to know, what do you like to do so far that you've been in? I've been asking all the student athletes this when I get them on the podcast. I just want to know, what's some of your favorite things to do, some of your favorite places you've gone, places to eat, stuff like that. What have you liked?
It's a great question.
You've been exploring the North End?
Of course. It's actually funny. From my window right now in my house, I look straight onto Regina's Pizza.
Oh, geez. Don't make me hungry right now.
every night I get the smells of pizza
Yeah.
coming up into my house. So obviously I'm a big Regina's Pizza fan.
Mm-hmm.
I love eating, and I'm half Italian, so it's cool living here. I've tried a couple of the restaurants so far. They're all really good. I'm a Bova's pastry gal. Can't do Mike's or Modern. The lines are too long.
Too long. Touristy. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So I love the cannolis at Bova's. Yeah, I don't know. I've still only been here for about a month, so I haven't explored too much. But
Yeah.
what I have seen is I love it, and I'm really excited.
Have
for
you
another
have you had to
time.
take the MBTA anywhere?
What is that?
The train, the subway.
Oh, the T.
Yeah, the T. Yeah.
Yeah, I've taken
Yeah.
the T.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
I've been on there a couple of times with some crazy people yelling stuff, but I'm from a city, so I'm kind of used to that one. It's okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's okay. I've
Some
seen better
people,
subway systems.
I guess you're the wrong person to ask because some people it's like a culture shock, like a whole big new thing. But for you, you're used to like a transit system, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've never lived in a small city, so transit, the metro has always been my way to move around.
Awesome. So Friday night, 6 o'clock down at Palazzo Rake. You guys will open up the year, and I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully, you guys get a big crowd for the opening night.
100%. Hopefully, we get a big win too.
Thanks so much, Sophia, for joining me today.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me on.
This has been Suffolk Sounds. Don't forget to subscribe, like, rate, and review however you listen to your podcast.